Morning, guys. This is week 10A of the Corona Apocalypse. Today we're doing pre-test. Thursday's video will be stripe test. If you have questions about anything, ask me, because Thursday there's no asking. You either just do it or you don't do it. It's almost warm enough in my house now to work out without a fleece on, so I thought I would bring you another old school t-shirt. I have no idea what the front says. Hopefully it's not swearing at you in some kind of kanjis, but this is the back. You see? Yeah, okay. I don't know exactly what year this shirt is, but it's pre-1998. So pre-98. So it's older than a lot of you guys. Okay, so we're gonna start off with some jumping jacks. Switch it to cross jacks. You better have figured these out by now. And punches. Keep your hands up. Really, not necessarily punches, but anything that you would do with your hands. If I was saying bag work, upper body. Make sure you keep your hands up. Make sure if you're hitting, you're protecting your head. Push-ups. I didn't put anything soft down on the rug. My hands and knees are not going to like this. Knees. Other side. And down for sit-ups. And back up, and 30 seconds kicks. I'm just gonna do front side back. If you wanna do something else, if you wanna do jump kicks, if you wanna do spin kicks, if you just wanna do, I don't know, 20 roundhouse kicks on each leg, I don't care. As long as you're kicking and getting your legs warm. And back to jumping jacks. Cross jacks. I don't think this works out your body any differently, but it messes with your brain, which is always a good thing. And punches. And push-ups. Make sure when you do your push-ups, I don't know if you can see this in the video, don't push your elbows out this way. Keep them in tight to your body. Knees. Other side. And down for sit-ups. And up, and kicks. And time to stretch. Give me some arm circles. Other direction. Over and under. Pull one across. Push it back. Other one across. Push it back. Reach for the ceiling. Over to one side. So when you do this over to one side, don't be leaning off there. Go straight over to the side. Just like if you're throwing a side kick, you want to be straight over and not leaning forward or back. Other side. And put your hands on the floor. Walk them out so that you're in down dog, which is here. My heels are on the floor. My palms are on the floor. My ears are between my elbows. I'm pushing my chest back towards my knees. And if you can figure this out, think about rotating your shoulder blades out. Okay, from there, walk your hands in. Hands on the floor. So my feet are a little bit apart here. I'm not head tucked this way. My head is still up. Bend your knees. Come down to a wide squat. Put your elbows inside your knees. Push them out. Rock a little bit forward and back, side to side. Put your hands down again. Straighten out your legs. Bring your feet all the way together. Same thing. Chin up. Reach for the floor. And back down to a squat. Keep your heels on the floor here. And up. Okay, so today we're going to go through. I think I got all the techniques for the cycle, most of the self-defenses, all the forms, plus I threw in a couple of review forms. We're just going to go buzzing right through these things. You should know them by now. They shouldn't be new. If you have questions about stuff, send me a question. DM is the best way to do it. Then you'll know that I see it before I make the stripe test videos later in the week. Okay, so from the white belt curriculum, back fist punch. So back fist, reverse punch. Lots of ways you can drill this. You can start in your fighting stance and you can just throw back fist punch. You can shuffle forward, back fist punch. Same thing going back. You can do it changing directions. Back fist punch. Look, there's a new attacker. Back fist punch. Although I would suggest that after you go around, switch stance because if you keep going around in the same direction, you're going to get dizzy. So that's from the white belt curriculum. Also from the white belt curriculum, high blocks and low blocks. Best way to practice these. Actually, there's a couple ways. You can practice them Chingle Chassi going forward. Low block, high block, low block, high block. Going back, low, high, low, high. You can practice them in a horse stance. Targets in front of you, so toes are in. Okay, so white belts, those are the techniques you're responsible for. Practice everybody else's too. You may as well do that. It's just a workout right now anyway. Okay, break falls. I do not have a mat on the floor. I don't like doing break falls on this. But front, back break fall. Front break fall. Make sure you're landing on this surface. Do a bunch of those. Unless you're working on a wood floor, then don't do a bunch of them. Side kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Round knees. So remember, we practiced this, I think it was in last week's video. When you do your knees, you're hitting with this muscle here above your kneecap, not with your kneecap itself. It's not a straight, so it's not Murabchaki, it's Talia Murabchaki. So it comes in close. As soon as the person who's hitting you, that you're hanging on to, that you need to hit, is right here. So you got to get your knee up and around the side of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then we got front kicks, jump front kicks. Okay, there's 3 kinds of jump front kicks. There's pop front kick, pump front kick, flying front kick. I'm sure if you speak Korean, there's a way to differentiate those, but we just call them all Idan Apchaki. So, pop, both feet kind of come off the floor, kick. Ideally, both feet are coming off the floor and you're getting the back one up and they're landing back on the floor together. I can't do that. So here, and then the other side. Okay, pump front kicks. Back leg pumps, knee comes straight up as if you were going to be doing a front kick. And then the other one kicks. And the other side. Okay, then we got flying front kicks. So when you do the pump front kick, the back leg pumps and the front one kicks. When you do a flying front kick, the back leg does both. It pumps and kicks. These are not ideal to practice in the house, so land gently, please. So the back knee pumps and it kicks. The most fun way to do these is like out in the yard, run across the yard. That was a pump. That was not a flying. Here, run across the yard, flying front kick. Probably shouldn't be doing a ton of those in the house, but figure out a way to do at least 10 pop, 10 pump, 10 flying. Both round toast knee. I got round knee listed in there twice. Spin reverse crescent kick. So reverse crescent kick is not a Petsching. Okay, they start the same way. They come up, they cross your body, but the Petsching opens, your foot comes open, and then back to your knee at this angle. When you're doing a crescent, it makes a circle. So it comes here, it comes across, and your whole foot circles. So instead of going here, which is the Petsching, it comes around. So the reverse crescent kick, Okay, spin reverse crescent. This is not good on this floor. I start here, I spin, I drag, reverse crescent kick. 1, 2, make sure your knee chamber's towards the front. 3, and then the other side. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 10 of those on each side. Then we are going to continue to forms from the white belt curriculum. Basic form 1 and 2. Okay, that's 1. White belts. Also white belts. 2. You should be able to do these with your eyes closed, anywhere without thought. You've been practicing them, hopefully, consistently for 4 months, drilling them. So they should be burned in by now. Okay, so if you're a white belt, keep practicing those. I have a bunch more forms to do. Do those over and over and over. And you're going, this is really boring. That's okay. You need to have them burnt in. There's no such thing as boring. Think of different ways. Focus on something different every time. How wide your stance is, what part of your foot you're rotating on, that you have perfect chambers. Okay, from the beginner curriculum, orange and blue, basic form 3. Also from the beginner curriculum, Ping on Shodan. Okay, if you have questions about pings, anybody, particularly red belts and apprentices, if you have questions about the pings, last week I did a pop-up video that was all 5 pings with drills from each one of them. So if you have questions, normally during stripe test week, we run through all the forms. I'm not going to do them all on video right now. You should run through all the forms that you know anyway, preferably multiple times. If you have questions about the pings, check out the pop-up video that I did last week. One more beginner form. Nobody's doing this one this cycle. But if you are a blue belt, if you're testing to green, you're responsible for this one. So we're going to run through it anyway. Okay, so that's the entire, all the forms that beginners have to do. So from the advanced curriculum, this cycle we are doing Nyanchi Idan. No, I'm doing Nyanchi Samdan, which is the one that you're responsible for. We'll do Idan again in a minute. Okay, we're also going to do Nyanchi Idan, which is last cycle's form, as a review. I don't think I can fit this one in this way, so I'm going to go on a little bit of a diagonal and try to stay in the camera for the whole thing. Okay, so that was this cycle's form and last cycle's form. If you're an apprentice, you're responsible for all of them. Practice them all. From the black belt curriculum, for firsts and seconds, row high. And for thirds, although some of the firsts and seconds know this, or maybe it's firsts are doing row high and seconds and thirds are doing Gansengo. But in any case, I know some of the firsts know this. So if you do, practice it anyway. Because when we get back and we do a straight test, I'm going to ask you to do this because I know you know it. Make sure you're in Shingle Chassis here, so that you're in Shingle Chassis here. Okay, so your form from a couple of cycles ago was Pilsan. If you haven't been practicing that and you lost it, not last week, but the 2 weeks before that, I did pop-up videos. First half of Pilsan, second half of Pilsan. Go back and review those. Don't lose the forms that you've learned. Okay, self-defenses, white belt, cobra, somebody grabs your wrist, trap, step back, take them off balance, step back in, attack the outside of their wrist. 2 90-degree angles, one here, one here. So trap, step back, and then you're rotating. Here's the fulcrum. You're not pushing their hand, you're rotating the fingers around the fulcrum. You've probably heard me say this 100 times or 1,000 times by now. Keep doing it. Handshake. Either thumb lock, make a peace sign, put it over their wrist, peel, or grab your own thumb, knuckle into this spot, grind up underneath. And the coolest white belt self-defense, double wrist guard from behind, here, step back, punch out, elbow, grab the wrist. This foot's gonna step 180 degrees in that direction, punch under the arms, kick whatever you can reach. White belt. Beginners, Kataguruma, off a punch. Somebody's throwing a punch at you. This is inside. If you do block parry, you're gonna get hit in the head. Block and punch. Switch hands, elbow. Tuck this part of your arm under their arm. No moving the feet. Just rotate your hips and drop. And ground defense. If you have somebody to practice the arm bar with, do that one. If you don't, practice this other one that I did with you guys. I'm not sure I can get back far enough on the floor to get in here, but they're between your knees, they're choking you. Trap, pop the eardrum, break the face, scoot your butt a little bit, trap them here, put your other foot in the hip, push, then get up and be gone. Those are from the beginner curriculum. From the advanced curriculum, knife to throat. They both finish with a wrist lock number 1 takedown. They get into it slightly different ways. If the knife is here, you're gonna lean back a little, push the knife into their own wrist, wrist lock number 1, step behind, take them down. If the knife is here, you're not gonna lean back because then you're gonna cut yourself. You're just gonna put your wrist here and peel their wrist away from yours. Wrist lock 1, step back, take down. And spin palm block. They throw a punch at your head, get out of the way. Block. Spin elbow either to the back of the neck, or if they're a lot taller than you, floating ribs. Kick, get away. Or get out of the way. Elbow, Sotogari. If you have questions about those, ask me, preferably by DM. Weapons. Beginners, single stick, 16 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Intermediate, 2 sticks. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Advanced, side. I don't like doing this in here with the television. I'm going to be very, not really, you're not going to see the martial intent because I don't want to break the television. Circle, chop, punch, orbit. Bring them back to here. Chop, punch, orbit. Close, step forward to the left foot, punch. Break the collarbones. High block, spear. Front kick, pump front kick, low block. Open, one step back so you can see my feet here, hopefully. Open, open, roll and step. Right foot in, left foot out. Chamber them both on the back hip. Step forward, high block and strike. Okay, and black belts, Chuck Norris form. I would like to see it. I'm not gonna do it right now. Since we've been out, I've put together a whole string of pop-up videos that taught you the whole form. We got to the end of it, and in one of last week's videos, I did the whole form. So I'm not gonna do it right now. Go back and find one of those if you not got it solid yet. Send me a question if you have questions on specific parts of it. Practice these, do them over and over and over again. If you have questions, DM me. There will be a Zoom stripe test sometime this week. And if you can't do the Zoom stripe test for whatever reason, or you want to do more, there will be a Tang Soo Do stripe test video out on Thursday. If you do the stripe test video, I would prefer not to just have pictures. I would like video of your form and either your self-defense or your theme, your weapon or Chuck Norris form. If you are going to be going to green belt, to red belt, or to apprentice, I have to see video of your form, of one of your self-defenses, and of your theme. Send me those. Talk to you guys later.